Run, Shashi Tharoor, keep running, because that's what you've been doing since we here at Republic demolished your lies. Shashi Tharoor, you've unleashed goons, you've resorted to physical assault, you've physically pushed my reporters away, but tonight the hard truth is staring you at the face. In fact, Shashi Tharoor, everyone is asking you more and more questions. The truth behind the delay, the truth behind deleting the data on Sunanda's laptop, and the truth behind a sinister cover-up into your wife's murder. Tonight, here on Republic TV, as part of a series of exposés, here is the sensational Sunanda note that exposes the farce of an investigation into this case.
He is visibly rattled. When asked questions, Shashi Tharoor, like he has since the Sunanda murder tapes, continue to evade and attack Republic.
Can you please let me just continue? Anything?
Tonight, he's got more questions. This document accessed by Republic exposed the farce of an investigation and a massive cover-up in the Sunanda murder probe.
It's an 8-point note and it details each lapse. For instance, medicines were seized from the scene of crime only 48 hours after the murder.
Look at this. It nearly took 290 days or 10 months for the police to recover the eatables from the scene of the crime. Sunanda's laptop was seized 8 days later and her mobile phones were seized 11 days later with all the crucial data deleted.
Coincidence or conceit? The CCTV footage at Leela stopped functioning as Sunanda entered the hotel. Footage from Porsche corridor conspicuously missing on crucial dates. Republic is asking these questions to Tharoor tonight. Why was there a go-slow by Delhi police under the UPA? Did political pressure direct Delhi police's delay? Did Delhi police delay evidence collection for cover-up op?
Okay, let's have all the guests on screen, please. We have with us Suman C. Raman from Chennai, C. Rajashekharan also from Chennai, Yogita Bhayana from the Delhi studios, our contributor on internal security, Mr. T.R. Kakkar, and Malavika Avinash is a social activist from Bengaluru, and with me in the studios is Prema Sridevi. Let's start the debate. New facts come to light today. And in fact, these new facts prove that the entire Sunanda Pushkar case, the entire investigation has been nothing but one total farce. Prema, if you can sum it up briefly for us before we start. Prema.
Well, Arnab, in fact, this only vindicates our story. It only vindicates the findings in the Sunanda murder tapes, which we had shown earlier. In fact, this document, what does it say, Arnab? It very clearly says that the seizures did not happen as it had to happen. In fact, if you see, the medicines were seized 2 days later, the laptops were seized 8 days later, the mobile phones were seized 11 days later. And Arnab, what is even more shocking is that eatables were seized 10 months later, Arnab. And even if you look at the CCTV footage, it says, the report clearly says that just 1 minute before Sunanda Pushkar walked in, the CCTV stopped rolling. So if this is not a botched up investigation, what is?
It's been a very, very botched up investigation. Question to our panelists today, Mr. Rajshekar, and if you would like to start with first is, the phones and the laptop are seized days later. Given the fact that despite a high-profile death under mysterious circumstances, the wife of a top Congress leader has been murdered, the police make seizures of material pieces of evidence. A laptop is seized 8 days after Sunanda is found dead in her the Leela Palace Hotel. Her 3 mobile phones, she has 3 mobile phones, are seized 11 days later. And interestingly, who had these mobile phones?
That's the big question, Arnab.
Did Shashi Tharoor have the mobile phones? Where were they seized from? Did Shashi Tharoor have access to the mobile phones? And where was the laptop seized from? Did Shashi Tharoor have access to the laptop? This is also extremely significant because all the data on each of her mobile phones was deleted. Yeah. All the data on her laptop was wiped clean before the seizures were made. Which means if you want to find out who the murderer is, all you have to do is You have to find out who had access to the laptop, who had access to the mobile phones. Any doubt about it, Mr. Rajshekaran? Because we're asking these questions, and look there how uncomfortable Shashi Tharoor is now beginning to look, because he knows that the Republic TV investigation is going very deep into this. He knows, Shashi Tharoor knows who was in the room. Shashi Tharoor knows which room she was in. Shashi Tharoor, you also know, and I know you know Shashi Tharoor, who was in the room next to hers. You know who are the people who had taken rooms next to hers on that floor. Were those people also the killers? Were they involved in this? Will the Leela Palace Hotel give us the details of those people? Fundamental questions, Mr. Rajshekaran. Let's open the debate. Mr. Rajshekaran.
Arnab, see, going by your allegations or going by your findings, I am not denying anything, because I am not the investigating officer.
Thank you, because your line was different till yesterday. Because you changed your line now. Thank you.
No. See, I'll make a point. See, the investigating officer of Delhi Police, who was in charge of this case, has to be probed.
No. So you are saying today. No. So you are saying today. No. You are saying today that it's been botched up.
Because
no. Sorry. So this is important. See, viewers. For the last 4 days, this man Shashi Tharoor. For the last 4 days.
I'm only saying.
For the last 4 days.
We have to trust the police, because when the police can crack down Nirbhaya's case and ensure they get the death penalty, how can you straight away accuse the Delhi police investigation when they are
because of a piece of paper which I have,
and they are ensuring
because of this piece of paper which I have, and viewers, anyone who has followed our journalism knows one thing. Anyone who has known, because in this country it's very easy for a VVIP to cover up even a murder. That's it. And the question which arises is this.
That is your
I'm telling you, Suman, don't attack me. Suman, Mr. Rajshekaran, listen to me. Mr. Rajshekaran, listen to me. You know what's happening. I want you to first see. I first want everyone to see Shashi Tharoor's body language. Can we go full frame to that, please? Let's look at his body language. Let's watch the body language. I wish I could play this in slow motion. You will find at one point he elbows my reporter. He looks uneasy. He's trying to go straight. He pretends she's not there. She's asking him a straight question. Now look at it. He's going to elbow her. Look at it. Look at that moment. Look at that moment. Look at that moment. He's pushed her away. He's pushing her away. He's pushing the reporter away. And just look at that moment. Shashi Tharoor elbowing a Republic reporter. You've had it, Shashi Tharoor. Now we are going to go after you. The question which arises is this, and Shashi Tharoor knows this. Shashi Tharoor, can you please tell the people of this country in whose possession were these items before the Delhi police woke up to the fact that they form part of the material evidence and need to be collected? Shashi Tharoor, tell the Republic TV reporter, did you have the laptop? Did you have the 3 mobile phones? Sumant, you realize now how deep this murder mystery is now going. And this paper proves that the data was deleted by the time that the Delhi police finally seized the items. This proves foul play, Sumant, and an attempt to destroy evidence, Sumant.
Benefit of doubt can be given to Sunanta also. She could have deleted it.
Phones were seized. Phones were seized 11 days later.
No, she could have.
Phones are seized 11 days later. Somebody has been killed. You seize phones. Can I have everyone on the screen, please? You seize phones 11 days later.
No, Sunanda would have deleted before she would seize no more.
Look, the police may just have bungled the case. We don't know.
Oh, bungled the case.
This is absolutely
whether under instructions not to seize these documents earlier, not to seize the laptops or the mobile phone.
No.
They're actually saying that the victim could have
deleted
it.
nobody knows what really happened in the investigation. You cannot make allegations against the investigation which had happened in the past 3.5 years.
No.
How can you allegate the police?
Viewers, I know that many of you, you see.
Where is the evidence? How can you make allegations
just one point. Listen to me, Mr. Rajshekaran. You see the thing with Shashi Tharoor. And one thing.
Every investigation can be called as bungled investigation. There is an endless process for this.
The problem with Shashi Tharoor is 2 things.
It may just be a bungled
The problem with Shashi Tharoor is 2 things. And viewers see his body language again. He has 2 problems today. Just look at the facts on the screen. Sunanda walks into the Leela Hotel at 5:45 p.m. on January 15th. the CCTV footage, and this question I put to Anuja, Malavika and Yogita, the CCTV footage stops exactly 1 minute early at 5:44 p.m. There are way too many coincidences in all of this. Who deleted all the data and the laptop and the 3 mobile phones that the Delhi police seized 11 days later? Given that just 2 days before the murder, Sunanda had a very public Twitter spat with May Arnab. You know, even, I'm sorry to say, but even somebody who would be of very low IQ, the first thing the person would do is to seize the phones. You refuse to seize the phones. Now, I want to ask you, Shashi Tharoor, did you have the phones with you? Therefore, you need to come out and explain. You need to stop elbowing my reporters. Rahul Ishwar, you were skeptical on day one. Today I'm going to ask you, all the people watching this program.
But whose fault is
I know that on day one of the sensational Sunanda Pushkar expose, many people were skeptical.
I would say
and many people at that point of time said, no, it's not possible.
You are building up a case against him.
I'm not building up a case against anyone.
Investigation by media is great, but not trial by media.
This is not trial by media.
May throw up interesting leaks. Investigation by the media, by Republic, may throw up interesting circumstances. But let us not jump the gun. I totally trust Delhi police under PM Modi will be fair, will be just, and will not shield any
well,
person.
I just want to know. I want to know, and just look at this. I want to know one thing, and Yogita wants to come in. Yogita, you can come in on this. I just want to know whether there is any explanation for the delay, for the deleting, for these seizures. The Delhi police is completely responsible for causing evidence tampering, which is likely to steer the investigation in a different direction. And you know, the truth has a very nice way of coming out. Today, everyone in the country knows there's a shadow over what Shashi Tharoor did. I'm not saying he's the killer. I'm not saying he's the murderer. I'm not saying he's the chief conspirator.
That's what I'm also saying.
I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that Shashi Tharoor's man Friday Narayan Singh himself told the Delhi police in his statement that after Sunanda Pushkar went to room number 307 on 16 January, she started tweeting on Sahab's phone and copying data from there, and later told Shashi Tharoor, Tharoor Sahab, aap khatam ho gaye. You realize how interesting this is? Sunanda Pushkar went to room number 307, viewers. And Sunanda Pushkar went to room number 307 on 16 January. Listen to me, na Baba. Listen to me. I don't know why.
Matters. This is women right matter. This is human right matter. This is not only a family matter where a woman is killed and a guy gets away with it because he's powerful. It is a human right issue. It is not only a family matter. I'm sorry to say. And you are saying it has been media tried after 3.5 years.
Let the police get the killer.
I'm sorry. After 3.5 years, if somebody has guts to take this up, we should salute this channel because all the media is influenced. All the 4 pillars of this country are influenced, and the puppies in the hand of these powerful people. We should appreciate this media. And yes, you said that let police do its job. If police is not doing its job properly, let media do it. Media is also supposed to do journalism is to show the truth to the country. If the media is doing, if police is not doing their job properly, let the media do it.
Because
why not? If some media
what am I asking?
The husband is
doing it, let them do it.
What is this?
Let them do it. If police is not doing their job properly.
Mr. Rajshekharan.
Okay, I have another simple little logical thing to ask you. If, like we also work with domestic violence cases, the first thing, if a girl is murdered, we have doubt on her husband.
99% all domestic violence are false.
Trialed, investigated, asked question, why it has not happened in Sunanda Pushkar case. Even if he is innocent, we give a benefit of doubt. But why not he has been interrogated properly? Why he is just getting away with the questions?
He has been interrogated
sat down and answered the questions to.
Now here's one point. Here's one point.
He has interrogated, he has cooperated with the Delhi police.
Okay, one second. Okay, one second.
He had gone before the police and he has deposed
May I come in? May I come in?
Mr. Rajshekharan, I tell you how many times the common man goes?
Mr. Rajshekharan.
How many times a common man goes to a police station? How many times a common man goes to judiciary? You have no idea, sir. He has only gone a couple of times.
Now, let's go back to this case. Let's go back to this case. Let's go back to this case. Let's go back to the case. Now, Ranjana Kumari and T.R. Kakkar. Ranjana Kumari and T.R. Kakkar, let's go to the facts of the case.
Yes, sir.
Sunanda Pushkar, yes. I just want to present one fact here. And Shashi Tharoor, you really need to now answer some questions. You know, it's looking terrible for you. Sunanda Pushkar goes to room number 307 on 16 January. Then she starts tweeting on Sahab's phone. Sahab is Shashi Tharoor. And she copies the data from Shashi Tharoor's phone to her phone. After copying the data from Shashi Tharoor's phone to her phone, she tells Shashi Tharoor, Tharoor Sahab, aap khatam ho gaye. Which means whatever the truth is there in her phone because she's copied the data. She's copied some data onto her laptop. Now her laptop and her phone is cleaned up because the Delhi police finally decides to take it into its possession 11 days later. I want to know who had the laptop and who had the phone. Because whoever had the laptop, whoever had the phone, Ranjana Kumari, now must answer what they were doing with it.
Question that the Delhi police should answer, Arnab.
No, it's all right. Delhi police will answer.
Arnab, I do not
Ranjana
know why.
Yeah.
I think
why not file a
Ranjana Kumari.
case with the National Commission for Women?
Delhi police has not done the job. Yes, Arnab, let me, please, I've just come in. Listen to me. Listen to me. I think, okay, I think I just want to say three things very briefly. Number one, police has not done its job clearly, and police has botched up the case from day one. So that is why they took 10 days. You know, in any other case, they would have seized the phone and the laptop immediately. It has taken 10 days. And I do not, so as I said, that it's just very clear that after this expose, now Shashi Tharoor is nervous. The people who are investigating the case are nervous. And also these two gentlemen, for I do not know what reason they are defending Shashi Tharoor, are also nervous. You can clearly see them. Because it doesn't add up.
Shashi Tharoor, madam, we are
it doesn't add up. That's what I'm trying to say.
We are asking
I want to ask
why are you investigation agency?
Why not you file a case? Why not you take it to its logical conclusion?
It's not a media trial. I am telling you, we are doing an investigation. I am telling you, Mr. Rajshekharan, Mr. Sumant Raman and Rahul Ishwar, please listen to me, all three of you. I am telling you, I am saying publicly, I am doing an investigation. We are doing an investigation. And let me tell you, we are doing a damn better investigation than an investigation done by the Delhi police. Because according to this, I am saying today, a very professionally done killing. This is a group of assassins. A group of professional assassins. A group of professional assassins has carried out this killing. Malavika Avinash, please. Malavika Avinash. Now,
I think the men need to hold their breath a bit, please.
Yeah. If you, please, Malavika. Malavika, you'd like to come in, yeah? Go on.
Yes, I am no social activist. I am an actress and I also happen to study law. So I am more an actress and a lawyer than a social activist. Assuming but not conceding that this indeed was a natural death. I am not speaking on behalf of the BJP, sir. I am not. I am speaking as an individual who happens to be part of the society which is watching Mr. Shashi Tharoor evade all the cameras.
I have been on debates with you where you have been
introduced. Is this a debate about me and who I am, or is it about Mr. Shashi Tharoor? Is this about me or about Mr. Shashi Tharoor?
If you are a member of the party, what is the problem?
Sumant, don't heckle, please.
So I am. What is the issue?
I am not heckling Arnab, but it's a fact. Ask her.
Sumant, that's all right, no? Go on. She's speaking about the case. Let her make up.
Yes, assuming but not conceding that it was indeed a natural death, the untimeliness of the death of the lady in question, the circumstances that surrounded and the mysterious fashion in which the autopsy was conducted, and then the way the investigation was conducted. Indeed, if it requires a relook, why not? After all, Mr. Shashi Tharoor is a member of parliament, and it's incumbent upon him to come clean on this. Why is he evading cameras, evading every question asked? That's all I have to ask him. If he really is indeed innocent, I don't think he should have anything to fear.
I'd like
Why all
Anuja,
these grand language on Twitter,
I'd like
accusing
Anuja
the
Kapoor.
media?
No, I'd like Anuja Kapoor to come in. She's going to be joining us in some time. But T.R. Kakkar, the most important part of this entire investigation, which is most odd and strange, is that the Delhi police very suspiciously does not have CCTV footage from the Leela Palace for the same duration. Now, let me just put up this piece of paper, and you will find point number 6. If someone can just come in, please, and just zoom into this particular part. Point number 6. Point number 6 says very clearly, and you can read it out, Prema. I'll just point towards it. It says the CCTV footage of the main porch is available till 17:44 hours, that's 5:44, on the 15th of January 2014, and then only of 21st January from 21:12 hours to 12:18 hours, which means for 2 days before, 2 days after the murder. Exactly from the time that Sunanda Pushkar enters the hotel, the CCTV footage goes missing. My question is very simple. How can a hotel as posh as Leela Palace not have an archive of its CCTV footage from the main port of as many days? And one more thing. I also want one more thing investigated. I want it investigated whether the Leela Palace Hotel is empaneled with the government of India. Because the Leela Palace Hotel is in part of the diplomatic area of Delhi. I want to know whether the Leela Palace Hotel is empaneled with the government of India. And I want to know which politicians did the Ministry of External Affairs, of which Shashi Tharoor was a part, as Minister of State, have any role to play in the empanelment of Leela Hotel. I am asking a question. Why are you shaking your head? Every time I ask a question, you shake your head. Every time I ask a question, no, Rahul, you and Shashi Tharoor have one thing in common. Every time I ask a question, there's an instinctive Pavlovian reaction from both of you. You start shaking your head and he starts looking for his dictionary. So let me finish my question here.
Good one, but I don't agree.
Thank you. I only give good ones. Now the question is, the CCTV footage which is available is the same footage, which if it existed, would have ended a number of conjectures around the murder mystery. Then is it beyond the realms of possibility that there may have been a concerted effort to ensure that this footage does not reach the Delhi police? Mr. Kakkar,
two very important
it's
things.
becoming deeper.
One, you are raising important questions, and nobody in the right mind will say that you are not raising important questions.
But why is Shashi Tharoor running from it?
But the humble request is, we don't have enough premises for an answer. We don't have enough evidence to point at anyone. We don't have enough circumstantial evidence to implicate anyone.
Rahul, if all my questions are so relevant, then why is Shashi Tharoor looking so upset? He should be happy that someone is asking relevant questions about his wife's murderer. I'm not saying he's the murderer.
Can I come in?
Yes, T.R. Kakkar. Mr. Kakkar.
You cannot read body language.
See, Arnab, something went wrong. Come on, listen to somebody. Listen to somebody else also. Do you like your wife so much? Something went wrong terribly after Sunanda Pushkar walked into the hotel. Please remember that she has walked into the hotel and immediately the CCTV going off and then coming after 2 days is something which needs to be looked into and very seriously. Again, whatever statement Narayan Singh has given, that entire statement must be looked at point by point, because it contradicts the versions given by Tharoor or by anybody else. At that point of time, whatever investigation was done, in whatever manner it was done, that is one issue. Now that new facts have come to light, new facts have come to light, the police must have a relook at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Relook at the whole thing, and if still people are not satisfied, another agency can look into it. I am sure the contradiction that we are now coming to know will definitely play a very big role in deciding whether the investigation was just or it was not just.
Yeah, now I would like to get in, I'd like to get in criminal psychologist and social activist Anuja Kapoor. And as I welcome you, Anuja Kapoor, I want to play some pictures, please, of Shashi Tharoor's strange behavior over the last 4 days. I would say his behavior is strange. And I'll tell you, I'll describe the pictures. Look at him here. He looks nervous. He bites his lips, and he actually physically elbows my reporter, a lady reporter. You'll see it in the pictures there. He physically elbows her, pushes her, and tries to do, look at that, and tries to make it look like, you know, it's not evident before the cameras. My question this, and along with this, you are also aware, Anuja Kapoor, that 2 days back, he got his people to assault my reporter, Remitha, and assault our reporter, Aditya Raj Kaul. Now, resorting to assault, and most importantly, at no moment does he maintain eye contact with any Republic reporter. He's constantly trying to avoid eye contact. He does not say yes or no. The reporter says very clearly, and can I play the whole sequence out, please? I'm going to play out the whole sequence with audio right now out. The reporter asks him a very simple question. Mr. Shashi Tharoor, did you go back to the hotel? Did you go back to the hotel on the day of the murder? And he does not say yes or no. Then he pretends he's looking at his phones, and he pretends to make a phone call. He doesn't dial any number. Now, all of this behavior, first let us play out the clip, and then I'll come to you. Anuja Kapoor, I'll just come out to you. Can I play out the whole clip
I don't know whether
to... please? Yeah.
In the office, but
why did you...
so...
On the morning of Sunanda Bashkar's death.
I mean, I don't know whether to... Excuse me. The office, but
why did you...
so...
anything?
Why did you go back
this...
on the morning of Sunanda Bashkar's death? Mr. Tharoor,
I mean, I don't know
on the morning of Sunanda
Can stop being absurd. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Ma'am, don't push me around, please.
Contact.
Look at the words that are being used. He says,
So there were injuries.
Don't worry, just get in right now.
exasperating farrago of distortions. The question is, can Tharoor hide behind his choicest of words from his Oxford dictionary anymore?
No, the question is, Anuja Kapoor, this kind of a behavior that he's shown, and including, you know, 3 days back he got angry, he tried to hold a Republic TV reporter's mic, pull it towards him and says, you come out, you do the press conference. He seems to be very, very edgy. As a criminal psychologist and of course a social activist, how do you read his behavior, Anuja Kapoor?
This is a non-verbal cues, and you can very well understand the body language. And you can understand this when there is an agitation, confusion, insecurity. It is the time when a person is hiding something behind the glasses, is something where you are looking up, you're not trying to communicate. So this is a non-verbal cues which is telling that very, very vividly that there is something fishy is going on, where he does not want to put it forward. So I would say that during that period, as I was sitting in one of the news channels, and I actually criminally profiled him, that this is something about Shashi Tharoor, is that his handsome face, his charming face has done this kind of a melodramatic way of trying to hide behind the, the camera so that they does not able to see it. Why and how? Because he's at power. He knew he could give it away, he could get it away because he's in power. He will not be misunderstood, and he could get away with it.
You see it in a different. It is only
this is
mindset
something.
of a person who looks at somebody.
There is no innocent body language. Please allow me to finish this thing, sir. Please give me a chance to finish. Now, what we are talking about is he even said that Sunanda Pushkar was suffering from a bipolar disorder, which is really bad to speak for a woman. So emotionally unstable personality was of Sunanda Pushkar. That is what been said, because she was under antidepressant. She was taking that. But can we avoid all the marks which were there on her body when she was lying on the bed? So there is something which is subdued with it, that we can understand the psychology
one second. Can I tell you, Shashi Tharoor says to my reporter, Shashi Tharoor says to my reporter, Mr. Rajashekaran, one minute, Mr. Shashi Tharoor says to my reporter, can you stop being absurd? 1 minute, just what? 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 second, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 second, please wait, Anuja, 1 minute. Wait a minute. Shashi Tharoor says to my reporter, can you stop being absurd? This is ridiculous. Is it more absurd and ridiculous that the Delhi police under a Congress government gave the family 11 days with Sunanda Pushkar's phone after the murder? Is that absurd or ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor? Is it more absurd or ridiculous that Shashi Tharoor assaults the reporter when she's in the persistence of seeking justice to his murdered wife? Is it more absurd or ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor, that the family deletes all data from Sunanda Pushkar's phone before handing it over to the Congress government gave the family 11 days with Sunanda Pushkar's phone after the murder? Is that absurd or ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor? Is it more absurd or ridiculous that Shashi Tharoor assaults the reporter when she's in the persistence of seeking justice to his murdered wife? Is it more absurd or ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor, that the family deletes all data from Sunanda Pushkar's phone before handing it over to the police after a mysterious murder? Or is it more absurd and ridiculous, Rahul Ishwar, that Shashi Tharoor seems to be the last one to actively pursue who his wife's killer may be? Is it more absurd and ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor, that you refused to explain whether you came back to the room on the day of the murder? Or is it more absurd or ridiculous that you perpetually seem flustered every time any of my reporters raise a question to persist on justice for your deceased wife? What is more absurd and ridiculous now, Sumanshi Raman, Rahul Ishwar? What is more absurd and ridiculous? I think the reactions of Shashi Tharoor are absurd and ridiculous here.
Arnab, the issue is not this. The
issue is this.
The problem is with the investigation. Then that's the fault of the Delhi police. The Delhi police need to be pulled up. And you've also got
Ranjana Kumari and Sumanshi Raman.
Inquire into the probe.
Yes.
Now we are avoiding all of that.
Sumanshi Raman, listen to me. Why a husband who really fell in love with her and married will not worry about why so many marks on the body, why he did not want to know what happened to my wife, why was she beaten up by or bitten by some person?
How do you know he didn't want to know?
Marks of biting, real biting on her body.
How do you know he didn't want to know?
He didn't want to know.
Ask the police about that?
Because of course
did he come and tell you?
Let me tell you how I know that he didn't want to know. Because did he come?
Madam,
did he come and tell you anything? Did he come and tell you? He did not even tell the police. He did not even tell the police. He was trying to hide it. Why was doctor of medical institute influenced by president of the committee? Why was Ghulam Nabi Azad influencing the investigation? Why did he want Ghulam Nabi Azad to influence the investigation? Why police was watching up?
Police. What's the point in going on? These are questions that why was Mr.
No, but what do you mean by that? What do you mean by if he told you or not?
Suman, listen now. About the dependence on Alprax. About the dependence on Alprax. Look at the theories that Shashi Tharoor has been putting out. Shashi Tharoor's police statement, Prema.
Then why not you file a case before
let me do my investigation.
Why not you file a case in the Human Rights Commission?
I'm doing an investigation.
Yes.
I'm doing an investigation.
Yes, let the investigation be over.
No.
There is an investigation.
Rahul
which is
Ishwar, what's the
getting
problem?
Please,
Why are you getting
What is the problem, Rahul Ishwar?
Why are you getting so nervous?
Why are you shouting, Rahul?
Why Rahul Ishwar is getting so nervous?
Why are you shouting, Rahul?
Arnab,
I want to hear Rahul. I can't hear you in the debate. What are you saying, Rahul?
Surya Pushkar had bipolar disorder. Earlier, your criminal psychologist went on record to say that.
What are you talking?
Tharoor said Surya Pushkar had bipolar disorder. Where did he say so? Why are you bringing two stories? Why are you putting words into his mouth?
Where is the lupus theory gone? Where is the lupus?
She's analyzing his body language.
Argument. And saying that there is something insinuating.
She's analyzing his body language. I mean, that's all.
Please don't overstress body language.
If he is innocent, if Shashi Tharoor is innocent, then he should come forward and say, I did not go back to the hotel. Simple as that. He just has to come back, come to the media. He should have held the camera in his hand.
He has told Delhi police the
mic, and he should have said, I did not go back to the hotel. No.
He told so.
Why did he go back? He is trying to hide.
If
Why
he
did
said,
they delete the data?
Go back. If he
Why
said,
did they delete it?
If he said, simple.
No,
can I, Ranjana Kumari, let's piece it together. And Shashi Tharoor, have no doubt about it. We're going to get to the truth of it. I assure you, Shashi Tharoor.
Yeah.
Shashi Tharoor, don't worry. We will get the murderer. We will find out everything. Yeah. This is just the tip of the iceberg, Shashi Tharoor. If you know our investigations, you know that we go down the layers, we go through the peels of an onion, and then we go to the core of the truth. We don't let go, Shashi Tharoor. You must be sure about it, Shashi, that we are not going to let go. Now go and look at your dictionary again for whatever hysterical response you want to have after this. Another point here in the document which I have, I only go by documents, is that Shashi Tharoor's police statement said she had difficulty in sleeping at night, she had insomnia, she was dependent on Alprax to sleep. This document shows in point number 1 that no medicine was seized the day after the murder. Is that correct, Prema?
Yes, absolutely.
So no medicine was seized the day after the murder. In fact, surprisingly, what does it say? Point number 2?
It says Alprax and other medicines were seized on 19th of January.
2 days later?
Yeah, 17th. The seizures were going on 17th and 18th. If Alprax was not in Sunanda Pushkar's room on the 18th and on the 17th, where did it come from
then
on the 19th?
A question which I can ask you, Prema, from this would be that somebody has then hearing what Shashi Tharoor is saying and somebody saying, oh, no, 1 minute, don't disturb. No, 1 minute, it's an important part of this. Suppose somebody were to say, oh, so Shashi Tharoor has said that she had Alprax. Now, let me go and put some Alprax in the room.
Yeah.
And then 2 days later, Alprax is found. There is nothing to prove that there was Alprax on the day of the murder. There is nothing to prove there was Alprax on the day after the murder. Alprax suddenly appears, as per this, on the 19th of January 2014. So CCTV goes missing. Shashi Tharoor, look at this. You should be very worried. You should come right now to the Republic TV studios and congratulate Prema Sridevi for the investigation that she's doing. You should be grateful to Prema Sridevi because she's about to uncover who your wife's murderer is. But you've gone hysterical, Shashi Tharoor. I've never seen a man go hysterical when his wife's murderer is finally going to be found.
Farrago of coincidence, Arnab?
I mean, you know, the fact is absurd and ridiculous, his famous point now.
Arnab.
What is, T.R. Kakkar wants to also come in on it. What's it? T.R. Kakkar, on the evidence that is now coming out.
You see, what I am saying is, the additional evidence that has now come to light, definitely calls for a relook. Secondly, this Alprax theory, a large number of us take Alprax. That doesn't mean that we're going to die the next morning.
Exactly.
And the third that is most intriguing is when he knew that his wife was unwell, why the hell did he not come back and look after her? The explanation that he gives because the Congress session was going on and therefore he couldn't. Tell me which person, which man will not come back and have and look after the welfare of his wife, even if there's very, very important things he has to do. Obviously, he knew the state of affairs of it, that she was dying. Because he knew there are people who were putting her to that light.
No, and what is absurd and ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor, is that despite the autopsy report on the 20th of January 2014 suspected poisoning as the cause of death of Sunanda Pushkar, the Delhi police collects the eatables only 292 days later. It is suspected poisoning which is the cause of the killing, Yogita. Look at this, look at the facts here. And the Delhi police collects the eatables 292 days later. Or is it more absurd, Shashi Tharoor, or ridiculous, Shashi Tharoor, that Shashi Tharoor is the only one, Shashi Tharoor is the only human being not to raise a whisper on the lapses of the cops. Shashi Tharoor is very happy, Malavika, if nothing comes out of this case.
I would like to make 2-3 points here.
Yes, Yogita.
2-3 points here. If she was so unwell, why no doctor visited her? Why no doctor visited her? If he was not able to come, why no doctor? It is very open and shut case. Even a fool can say that, you know, what has happened. There is a hampering with the case. Also, her funeral was hushed up. Her funeral was hushed up, and it was in such a hurry that anybody can make out there was something fishy going on. Third thing I would like to bring attention to is this, basically why for 3.5 years, 4 years, no, lie detector test has been conducted on him or not even spoken about it. Why he doesn't come out? Onus is on him because he's a political representative and it's a social justice case. All the more reason he should come forward and say that, okay, take my lie detector test. If you are so sure that I have killed my wife, I will give a lie detector test. Why he doesn't come forward?
To prove that he is innocent. It's not on the court or the law. It's not on the government to prove that he is guilty. This is fantastic. This is amazing, yeah.
No.
Why? He should, all the more reason. Because he was a member of parliament, he was a state minister then.
Understand.
I mean, he should do all the more reason he has.
Understand here, Malavika.
He is a member of parliament. It's incumbent upon him to come clean.
He was a state minister
Malavika is saying something to you. Listen to her. Yes, Malavika. Malavika, what are you saying to Sumant?
Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who seemed extremely unfazed.
He must resign.
Let Malavika come in. Sumant, listen to Malavika. She's trying to say something to you, yeah? Come on.
I'm sorry.
Sumant, please, yeah. I'm requesting you. She's trying to say something to you, yeah?
But you're asking somebody to...
No, but you're not even listening. No, but you're not even listening. You're going on. Every time Malavika is saying something, you continue. Please, now, will you give...
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. 30-second break for you. Yes, please. Malavika, make your point. Yeah.
No, Mr. Shashi Tharoor, who seemed so unfazed during the death and during the funeral, is suddenly now all rattled. Do you need a criminal psychologist to find out why he is rattled? Is it not evident on his face that he is nervous? Why doesn't he just come clean? Why doesn't he speak up? Why doesn't he allow the investigation to happen? If there is a requirement for a relook, why not? If you've brought out fresh evidence, why shouldn't the case be relooked at? Why is he running away?
No, because...
What does he have to hide?
Because I'll tell you...
Is he not interested in finding out how his wife died?
No, because I'll tell you why,
Are you guys?
Malavika.
What is to prevent the Delhi police from arresting the man?
Sumant, now listen. I'm now going to say something very serious here. Listen to me, Sumant.
No, you ask her to answer that question, yeah? No, Arnab, ask her to answer the question. What is to prevent the Delhi police from taking Mr. Tharoor into custody?
He was a minister in a Congress government. It was a Congress government. Don't you understand, Amit? It was a Congress government, Congress minister, Congress health minister, Congress prime minister, Congress president. Which Delhi police would have the guts to go against a Congress minister?
The Delhi police now
why don't you understand? A murder is committed. Oh my God, this is too much. A murder is committed on the 17th of January. Oh my God, listen to me, my dear Sumant. A murder is committed on the 17th of January. The cops come in after 8:30 p.m. The CCTV from the corridor magically switches off at 11:57 p.m. that night. My question is, in a case of murder in which the needle of suspicion is clear and the mystery is deepening as the lapses and unanswered questions are toppling out of a closet, if a phone is not handed over for 11 days, is there or is there not a strong possibility that evidence in that phone was crucial? Considering the fact that this note in our possession tonight, which I have with me, squarely states that the data, don't
Police not acting, Arnab? You're not asking that question at all.
The data has been deleted.
Why is the police not acting?
Listen to me, Rahul, and all of you. Rahul,
why is the police not acting?
1 second, Rahul, the data has been deleted.
Why is the police not acting?
The police did not act because it was a Congress government.
Why is the police not acting, Arnab?
So I'm saying now, this note has now been asked for by the central government.
You've unearthed so much of evidence. This has been going in
I'm raising
on Republic for a week now.
This is fresh evidence that has come out.
Why don't you remember one thing?
This is fresh evidence that has come out.
Malavika.
It came out 1 week
ago. If the police sees a cause, they will take cognizance of the same and suo moto act on it.
No, look at this.
Mr. Suman Raban, you can't be dictating the police what they have to do. Why don't you talk of what the police didn't do? You are not speaking of what the police didn't do during the Congress regime. Would you speak of what the police didn't do?
You have to. It's for them to prove the case. It's not. Look, if this man comes and says he's innocent in front of the cameras, are you going to let him off the hook?
You understand one thing. Please understand. The
Look,
fact is,
who's even charging him with murder? Why are you assuming?
Suman, now don't hijack the debate. Suman, don't hijack the debate. I want Ranjana Kumari to come in. I want Anuja and Yogita also to come into the debate. The fact is, all you need to do now. Okay, so Ranjana wants to come in. Ranjana's turn. Ranjana wants to come in. Ranjana.
Yes, I want to say during the Congress government, a minister commits, I don't know commits or not commits a crime. His wife dies in unnatural circumstances. She is murdered by administering poison.
Yes.
That is clear.
Yes.
After that, you can see the way circumstances unfold, that the tapes are not there. The room has been shifted. He goes back to the hotel. He is not admitting that he did go back to the hotel. The doctors were influenced by nobody less than a health minister himself.
Yes.
You know, all those circumstances. Today, I think after 1 week of all this by Republic, I think it's very important for you all three who are defending him to know that whole country today is shocked, surprised that why it is that all these things were overlooked by Delhi police. Why and who deleted the data? And how did they accept equipment without a data? Why did they not ask this
yes,
question?
Rahul, what are you saying, Rahul?
That what happened to the data of
Ranjana ji, you are filling the dots in the way you please. That's not the way how a criminal investigation is done. Media, Republic has
so you may be expert. You may be expert, Mr. Rahul Ishwar, but what you are trying to do for whatever reason you are trying to
reject it.
We want justice for a woman who doesn't have a voice anymore.
I reject that argument.
Justice for a woman.
I reject that argument. I reject your argument. I reject your argument, and let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Let me say a few things, please. Let me constantly try to connect the dots as we do this discussion. One second. Ranjana Kumari. Ranjana ji, one quick point, please. You see, understand one thing.
Doesn't like Delhi police will not investigate.
Mr. Rajashekaran, I want to ask you one question. Sorry, Mr. Rajashekaran, I want to ask you one question. If you can shout, so can I. Now my question to you, Mr. Rajashekaran, is this. Delhi police, you go on like that about the Delhi police. Did the Mumbai police investigate the Peter Mukherjee angle before I brought it out? Don't force me to speak up. Did the Mumbai police want to cover up the Peter Mukherjee role? Did you come on TV? Did people like you come on TV defending Peter Mukherjee? Did you people accuse me of a media trial? Did you accuse me of a lynch mob mentality at that point of time? Did you people raise questions when I questioned Tarun Tejpal? You all did, because of the PLU syndrome. People like us must not be touched. Oh my God, Shashi Tharoor, Peter Mukherjee, Tarun Tejpal must not be touched. They are the pseudo-elite of our society. Of course, we're going to question everyone. Now, given the fact that Republic's Prema Sridevi has herself communicated with Sunanda.
Question everyone. but don't accuse everybody of an offence which
Have
is
I
not
accused,
committed.
have
Please
I,
question everyone.
have I accused,
you have the right,
have I
and we
accused
also
anyone?
have the right to know
Have
what
I
is the
accused
truth.
anyone?
But you cannot
Nobody's
make
accusing
Have I
fix them
accused
as
anyone?
accused.
It is
I'm
the
not accusing
person in
anyone.
question is Mr. Shashi Tharoor. Person in question is Mr. Shashi Tharoor. Nobody
you can
accusing
conduct a
nobody.
trial. That
These
is
are
no
facts
wrong.
which have
But
been
you
brought
cannot
by
crucify
I'm not
them.
accusing
These are
anyone.
the facts which convinces
I'm not
the
accusing a
Delhi
single
police
person.
has not
I'm
done
not
its
accusing a
job.
single person.
That
I'm not
Shashi
accusing a
Tharoor is
single
not telling
person.
the truth.
I'm not accusing
Shashi
anyone.
Tharoor is
I'm
not
not
telling
accusing
the truth.
anyone. I'm not accusing
Yes,
anyone. But I'm saying here. But I'm saying here. But I'm saying here. But I'm saying here at the very end that given the fact that Republic's Prema Sridevi has herself communicated to Sunanda on one of those phones, and in the tapes with us, we know that Sunanda wanted to speak. Sunanda told Prema, I would like to talk about it myself. Was the intent to delete all data a clear-cut attempt to destroy evidence, which would be the clincher on what Sunanda was about to reveal? Not one, but 3 phones plus 1 laptop. 3 phones plus 1 hand laptop were all handed over to the police 11 days and 8 days respectively after the murder, with all data wiped out. This is nothing but a mega cover-up. We're going to raise more questions about it. And I don't care who questions me and who calls it a media trial. Let me tell you, each time we've done an investigation, people have called it a media trial. Let them call it a media trial and we'll do the investigation. Now Shashi Tharoor can go back to the dictionary. Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. I have a special message coming up on the other side.